Hey, I'm Mike Mueller, and I take crappy pictures. But as a blogger, I want to use interesting pictures. I want to find interesting pictures that I can use. Well, you know, there is that whole copyright issue out there, and actually finding okay pictures to use is a little bit of a struggle. But here, I've written this blog post, and you know what? I want to add a picture. Well, what I've got is I've got a secret weapon called PhotoDropper, and it's a plugin, and it's absolutely free, and actually you can find it over here. It's in the WordPress plugin directory, and just look for PhotoDropper, and you'll find it. Very cool stuff, because what it's going to do is it will look for pictures that are okay license-wise to use in my blog, very simply. So here it is, and I'm actually going to click on this, and I'm going to look for an image, and I'm going to look for the number 13. Why? Because this is my 13th post in 21 days, and so I'm looking for an interesting number 13, and let's say I want to use this one. That looks pretty good, so I click on that, and what it did was it just went over and I did a search for the number 13. It did a search, and it went over into Flickr and looked Creative Commons for things that were commercially okay to use, blah, 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 and you could set all that up. And then I go click on Insert into Post. So now what it's doing is it's uploading this image from Flickr to my blog, and I'm just going to leave the title because that is apropos for me. I'm going to put this over on Medium, and I'm going to move it over into the right, and I'm going to insert it as right into the post. Or I could use it as a featured image if I wanted to do that. But in this particular case, I want it right there, and that's perfect. I'm going to just do a little adjustment on this, and I'm going to actually give it a little horizontal space, and we're going to give it a little border, and then I'm going to be happy with it. So that's it. Now I can go ahead and I can publish my post, and the other thing that happened with this is part of that licensing, I need to actually give credit to the person who took this picture, because I don't even know. Did you see who took this picture? I have no idea, but somebody did. And then over here on my sideboard, what I can do is I can actually determine where I want that credit to go. And at this point, I say at the end of the post. So now, if I come over to my blog post, and actually what I've done is I've set that up so that it'll show up like this. This is my home screen. And my secret SEO weapon is the post I just did, and it's number 13, and you can see now why I wanted that number 13. But given that, here's the actual post, and I put it in there, and maybe it's a little bit too big, and I'm going to have to reduce that down, but that's okay. But then down at the very bottom, here's the photo credit. So there it is, and actually if I click on this, it's going to open up that image in Flickr, where it found it, as simple as that. So that's it. PhotoDropper, absolutely wonderful if you're like me and you take pretty crappy photos.